Hello, ladies.
Why the goddamn thing? What? I can't even get into nothing. Oh, where's my purse? Where's my keys? Oh, what's all my stuff? Right here. Right here.
Okay, ladies, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a lot of people, it must be a crazy Monday, who are going to be looking for the replay. I know it's been crazy for me, so I'm not even going to judge, okay? It's just that simple. It's not going to be a long training tonight because we're just going to, I'm going to try to concentrate on, I have two new incentives that I'm going to present to you guys, one for sales, one for recruiting. I'm going to kind of go over that. We're going to pick the raffles. This is like the end of the month, and the last one in the month is always kind of recap things that we've been going over. September 24th, 2018, Team Onward training. Again, if you, and the girls who are on here, they already know this, but we'll just do this for the people who are going to be watching it again. You know, I should have had this ready. And as usual, it's been that Monday, so it's all good. No judgment here. Okay, so homework. I require homework if you want to be in my drawings, and I'm going to show you about my drawings if this is your first time in just a few minutes. Email is molly7720@gmail.com. And basically what you're going to say is, if you at any time enter this during the live stream, you are going to have to email me within 24 hours that you were on the live stream. And you're going to put on there, Molly, I was on the call live. And if you watch the replay, then it's going to be, hey, I was on the replay. If you're on live, you get 2 entries into the drawing. If you watch the replay, you get 1 entry. Only takes 1 to win. And now that we're into fourth quarter, instead of 1 prize, I'm giving away 2 of something, or 2 different somethings, because I feel like sales are really going to be up, not to mention the incentive that's coming. So you want to make sure that you do that. For anybody who's watching this on the replay on YouTube, the raffles are only for my team, so you can watch me for the knowledge or the laughter, whatever you choose. But please don't send me an email telling me, hey, you want to be entered for that, because I check the emails, people. I keep telling you this every time I check them. So, yeah, I don't think my team would like it if I was giving their incentive to people who weren't on our team, so I'm not allowed to do that. So let's talk about, let's get that part out of the way. I'm not going to, well, I guess I could pick this up, but I'm not going to take the time to show everything. But if you go back and look at the replay, which I'll be sending all of them out this evening. If you go back and look at the replay, we were doing business booster bundles, and this is all this stuff that's here. When I say all this stuff that's here, it's everything to help grow your business. Brochures, clear literature bags, ordering receipt books, samples, trying to think what else is in here. The book to cover your receipt book. There's a Skin So Soft bag, bug spray bag that we're giving away this time. Buttons for you to wear to advertise that you are an Avon representative. Just all kinds of goodies. And normally I give away 1, and somewhere in the midst of my craziness, I said at the end of it, I was going to give 2 of them out. So we're going to end up picking 2 people for that, and we are going to do this. I know that, let me take a look here. I know that Aileen, who is on here right now, yes, and Punzel, she's on here right now. You all are all in here. I know Melody is, and Linda is, and Bobby is, and Kimberly is, and Jan and Olivia. I mean, and it's just, yeah, the list goes on and on. But some of the regulars who are in here, so everybody is in here. And we're going to do that little thing where we pick a winner. We're going to pick a winner. I just think I just got a paper cut. It's a Monday. I'm telling you, a paper. Ow, really? Either that or something bit me, one or the other. What the crap? Okay, so anyways, let's do this. So, da-da-da. Okay, first business booster bundle is Kim Larkey, and Kim is really brand new. Like her first one was like last week's training, so that's great. Yeah, absolutely. So Kim, I know you're not on here now. If you get on, you got this. If not, I'm going to be getting this ready. Uh-oh, I'm trying to tape it to the wrong page, guys. So again, it's Monday. Just bear with me. I'm just trying to do things right, and it is it's still raining here. It's been raining for 2 days. I'm going to build an ark so that I can like get out of my yard here. Okay, so Kim's the first one. So let's pull a second one. And let's see what we got here. Try not to paper cut myself up freaking second time. Thank you very much, very much, very much. All right, let's see here. Oh, come. Why is there no name on this paper? Are you serious? Okay, I picked Kim's name again. Kim, I'm sorry. You're not going to get 2 business bundles. We already said that. Kim had an extra, though. It was her first training ever. So instead of just the 2 you can get, Kim got an extra one. So that's probably why her name turned. So we're going to leave her out this time. We're going to try it again. Hold on. We're going to try it again, people. Oh, crap. Humidity, I think they're all trying to stick together because I put them on little Post-its. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Who do we got here? Ah, and she's not on here, and she normally is. Melody Sams. Now, let me tell you on the business boosters too, so that you know. Some people who are going to be watching this are going to say, Molly, I've already gotten that. Let me be clear. You can never have enough business tools, okay? Within business tools. But what I do, so that you all know what I think is important, which is what's in that business booster, I keep a list on our team of the newbies who wins these business boosters. So if I draw your name, I'm not going to send you a second business booster. I'm going to send you a product bundle or something. Maybe a good book that I've read that I've picked up, maybe something else that can help in your business. And then I'll draw another name because I really think it's important for new representatives when they give their time and come to these trainings or watch the replay. I think it's really, really important for them all at one time, especially when they're putting effort into it, to get one of these business bundles, because I just think that when you figure out what the right tools are for you to grow your business and you figure out how you want to use them, it can really make a difference in your business, okay? So, Melody, congratulations when you watch this. Kim, sorry you didn't win twice, baby, but you're going to like the booster that you got, so it's all good. So I'm going to put them both here. Okay, so the business boosters, let me take all these out of here so I don't make that mistake again when I put the new ones in. Okay, guys, so we're going to get rid of those. So let me show you what we're doing for this week's raffle, which we will draw next Monday, okay? You guys know that I'm trying to get ready to move to the Carolinas within the next year. So next year, this time, I want to be in the Carolinas. It's my goal, let's put it that way. So I'm hoping we're going to do that. So as I'm doing that and I'm kind of packing some stuff away, I am finding all this Avon stuff that I'm like, oh my God, my girls would love this. So one of the things that I found, which I thought was really cool, I didn't even know I had another one of these left, was an Avon Beauty Boss mug. And it is nice, okay? I don't even know if they still have these on Town and Country, but when I saw these, I bought like 6 of them because I thought they would make great incentives. So this is going to be one of the gifts, and I will, yeah, definitely. So we're going to draw that next week. Melody, you won the business booster, sister. I don't even know if she can hear me yet, but she just popped on. Melody, can you hear me? Yay? Yay? Yes? Wave at me. Do something. Yes? It's all good. Take me off mute. Say, yay, I won. She'll shoot me an email. She'll be like, oh my gosh. I know she really wanted to win this. So that's kind of cool. Yay, there she goes. Yay, I won. Yes, you did. You did. Melody, I don't know if you saw this, so I'm going to put this up. For next training, this is for the raffle for this training. It's an Avon Beauty Boss mug. This is one of the things, okay? So I wanted to make sure you could see that. So that is definitely one of the things. And then, hold on, then there'll be a second thing. I told you there'll always be two. So the second one's going to be product bundles. It's going to be one of the Aspira shakers, which is really, really nice. Whether you're taking the Aspira or not, anything that you need, this is a really great giftable. It's a really nice way, too. If you think about this, you're not paying for this. And if you were to get a couple of packets, the single serving packets, and you were to put this down in there for, you know, maybe a customer that you really know is like on this health thing. And then what I do is I put like one of my favorite recipes for a smoothie, which includes the packet that I'm sending it. And you give them this too, and that can be really, really a great deal. But Avon was giving these away if you made, I think, a $40 or $50 purchase at one time in Avon, and I ended up getting a bunch of these. So you're going to get one of these. Also, one of the kids' bath line products, which would be the body wash. And I think that this is this Apple? I don't remember which one this is. This is Super Apple Burst. Yes, it is. So this one is Apple. But then I didn't even know I had this. I found this piece of jewelry, and I think this has been recent. It's called the Lovely Layers bracelet set in blue, and I've not taken it out of the package, but it's a layered set. I love the blue. That's probably why I ordered it, because it's that really, really deep royal blue, and that's like one of my fave colors. So I'm not going to be selfish, and I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to put it part of this bundle. Thank you very much. So it's going to be the kids' soap. And matter of fact, I think I have a couple of packets, and I'm not going to promise, so it's on recording right now, but if I have a couple of packets, I will include it with this, which will also help you hopefully make the sale or whatever. Melody, see, we're sisters at heart. I keep telling you, there's a reason you signed with me. It's like my favorite color too. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so let me put this stuff aside so I don't break the cup that I know everybody wants, and that's my last one. So I'm going to set this over here, and I'm going to take the Aspira stuff and put this here. Okay, so we've taken care of that. So let me mark down real quick. Bear with me here, guys. If I don't write down what I'm doing, let's see here. For 920, is this the one? Yeah, for 994, it's going to be the Beauty Boss cup. And then we have the kids' phone. We have the blue bracelet. And we have the Aspira shaker. And then I'm also going to look for 2 packets for that, okay? Now, we won't draw those winners, of course, until next week. But be thinking about that incentive to send me that email to say that you were on here live, okay? All right, so let's get down to a few things. Now, look, so a couple of the things that I'm going to talk about a little bit tonight, again, being the last Monday of the month, so we're kind of bringing this all together for everybody, is we were talking about on my Friday night call about demonstrating stuff, about how to, you know, I talked about how I had struggles. I still have struggles in this business. But I definitely had struggles in the beginning with certain things. Like I wasn't a really big perfume seller, and I'm still not what I would call a huge perfume seller, but I'm so much better than what I was. Now, some of that reason was I had convinced myself in my head that if I was not using it, if I could not tell everybody how it was on me, whatever it may be, I was convinced that without that, that I really could not promote a product. And that really could not be further from the truth. Now, I am very, very sensitive to scents. I'm not going to lie, I didn't lie on the Friday night call. I don't wear Avon perfume. There's something I think that they put in it that gives me drastic, horrible headaches, but Avon's not the only one. There's a lot of people out there, so there's very few scents that I can wear. And it's something about spray scents for me. Like, for instance, I can have a body cream, or I can use a shower gel, that like many of them that Avon has, and I do really well with that. I found out through the years of Avon that I am not alone in that situation, that there's a lot of people who are like, it's not about the perfume and they can't wear it, or they feel like it might mix with something else that they have. So when I learned about layering with scents, I very much said, I can promote what I know I can get them to make them smell this. Because this is what I realized. Back in the day when my mom would go through Macy's and everything, they were spritzing everything and spritzing you. And by the time you left the store, you didn't know what you smelled like. Maybe somebody on 14th Street or something, you know, sitting on a corner, but it was not one perfume. That's what I know. And you really couldn't tell what you liked. And this is what I think they didn't know then. They didn't know that what you're smelling come out of the bottle does not always smell that way on the individual that you are giving it to. I mean, can I be honest? I have sat next to somebody and I have said, I don't know what you're wearing, but you smell so good. And they would give me the name of that perfume, and I would run my tail to Macy's or wherever, get it, put that bad boy on me. And it didn't smell nothing like that on me. Body chemistry. Body chemistry, oils in your body. You don't know if you're going to like it. You don't know how it's going to be. So now people are really leery. Like, even when they smell it, they go, okay, here, let me spray it on the little spritzer piece of paper. And people are like, okay, that's great, but it may not smell like that either. I could not get takers doing that. But most everybody I knew lotioned their body, use some sort of, shower gel or body wash. And, we are the age now that very few people use bar soap. So they're always looking for something. So when I was talking to one of the new reps, matter of fact, Sharon Carmack, we had a one-on-one and we were talking about her business. And we talked about the fact that, we have the new Velvet that just came out, and it's coming out, of course, it's front and center on campaign 22. Beautiful, beautiful book. The people getting the beauty bundles are getting some of these too. So absolutely. And the perfume, I don't think it smells bad, but it doesn't smell the way it does in the bottle on me. I can tell you that. I tried it at Rep Fest and it just doesn't. But I have to tell you what I really like. I love the body lotion. The body lotion is amazing, and I do like the way it smells on me. So when I took the deal that you could take at Rep Fest to have this sent to us so we would have it early, I was really excited about this because I take this with me, just the body lotion, and I carry this tube with me. And when I'm having a conversation, dropping off an order, talking to somebody online, and somebody's like, oh yeah, and I'm giving them a brochure, I will say, oh yeah, we have a new scent out right now. I said, matter of fact, I have the body lotion here with me. Would you like to just try a little of this, just a dot of it on your hand? And sure enough, I have had nobody yet tell me no. And they take it and they put it on their hand and it sits there for a second. Do not try to lotion their whole body. Don't put a glob in it. Don't be that person where they're trying to find other parts of their body to put it because you put so much on there. Just stop it. You want to be the person who just does a little dab will do ya. You just want them to see how is it going to be when they rub this into their skin. And almost everybody at first, they do that and they go, wow, that, yeah, that doesn't smell too bad. Or sometimes they'll say, oh, I'm not sure about that. But I had a lady the other day who we did this with. And she wasn't real fond of it at first, but she said that she was sitting in her chair and she was watching TV and she kept catching a whiff of something. And she realized it was the body lotion on her hand. And as it sat there, she says, number one, I could not believe that 4.5 hours later, I could still smell that. She says, but it's like once it settled with my skin, she said, it was amazing. She said, I don't really want the perfume because I don't wear the perfume, but she said, I would love to get the shower gel and the body lotion. And I thought, cha-ching, because the whole set they could get for $30, right? Because that's what it's coming out in the book. But separately, I'm actually going to make pretty good. And I told her I would give her 10% off on both of these. But again, it's sometimes we think big. People don't always want to spend, $30, whatever, for a perfume to know it's just going to sit on their dresser if they really don't like it. But yet they will spend $10, $11 on a lotion that, when there's a sample out there for them to try and they can walk around. So I'm still doing this, and I will continue to do this, especially for campaigns 22, 23, and 24, because I just find that for me, people react better to a body lotion. So think about this. Some people who say they're not, some people like what the bath oil does. They love it, but some people aren't real crazy about the original scent. But I know a lot of people who love, if I can turn them on to the soft and sensual, they love that. Or so my deal would be this: pick up a lotion, pick up the hand cream, let them see what the scent is. Don't, we always say, well, Avon doesn't have, the samples for everything. No, they don't have samples for everything, but we can kind of be our own sampler. And then there's a lot of customers, let me be clear, I don't see them because they leave their payment or they pay by credit card, and I just drop their order off to them. For those people, the little condiment containers that have the lids on them, I have a little note that I tape right to the top of it that says, this is our new scent. And again, I don't want them to oil up their whole body with this body lotion, okay? So I'm putting like a half a teaspoon. I am just a mere squirt that says, hey, let me know what you think. What is it about it that you don't like? You're one of my best customers. And yes, to be clear, all my customers are my best customers. So everybody gets one and they all know they're my best customer. So for those people, I'm giving them the samples, and I went into the dollar store and I was able to get those little condiment things with the lid for practically nothing. It was real easy for them to, dip out or dab with their finger and see. And so that'll be going actually with their orders this time when I deliver them. So I'm a little bit excited about the fact that if you just take something like that, and you know what, it's okay if they say no, if they go, oh no, I'd rather not, I'm really, really sensitive to that. That's okay, but I'm telling you, they're going to be a lot less sensitive to a body lotion and just a little dab of that, kind of using it as a hand cream, than they will be of, the fact that you're trying to spray them and make them smell like somebody they don't want to smell if they don't want to do that thing, So I wanted to give that to you here. It actually, when I send out the calls, because I've got the Friday night call on the replay list, and I do talk about that on that because I just felt like it was so important, because a lot of people are they just look at the product. And I was this person, remember, I said, I wasn't selling a lot of this. Now, the other thing too is I've already sold 3 of the Velvet perfume because they did like that. They do like, I've got one lady who just, if she likes the shape of the perfume, okay, she gonna buy it. So if she thinks it's in a beautiful container, I mean, her dresser is just lined up with stuff from Macy's and everything else. So I love the fact that we can absolutely make sales, maybe all the way around we can make sales. But the point is, a couple of people I sold the whole set. drugstore, because here's the deal. They don't want to pay all that just for the perfume if they know they can get the whole thing. So knowing that I could offer them the whole set, and the reason they took it is because I did take a little crunch on the commission. I said, buy this set, it's $30. I'm going to give you $5 off of this, because this is how I see it. I get them to buy it, they really like it, and guess what? It's a repeat sale. This is a core product. If people like it, they will come back for it. So think about that. And by the way, you can even do it if you have the shower gel and you know people, look, I'm always asking my customers, what do you use in the shower? Do you use gel? Do you use lotion? What do you use? I'd like to know. If I want somebody to try something, I would very much like to know what you're willing to try so you're not throwing it away. And I'll do exactly what I just talked about with the lotion. I'll give them enough, let's be clear, for a shower. I don't want them to bathe the whole week in it. Thank you very much. I just want them to take a shower and see if they like what this scent leaves them with, because once it hits their body chemistry, if they like it, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I got to have that. I got to have that. And then if they like it and somebody smells this when they're leaning over their shoulder at the desk or they're by them, what do you have on? They're telling them, and guess what? Then that customer is going to turn someone else onto their Avon lady, their Avon representative. So if you've got people who say no, that's okay. Keep going. You know, realize that the more no's you get, the closer you get to your yes. But when you're saying free samples and you're saying, I'd love you to try something, I'd like your feedback. Look, I'm the one who's taking the piece of sausage or bacon or something at the wholesale place, okay? Because they're like fixing it all up, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's free. I'll try it. Are your hands clean? You got gloves on, right? We gonna do this. It's fine. People aren't gonna say no to free stuff. So I need you to not be afraid to ask, to think ahead. And hey, this is one of the reasons, speaking of brochures, why I tell people, you need to make sure your brochures are coming every single campaign. Matter of fact, like when you place your 21 brochures, you might be ordering 22s or more 22s, but you should be ordering your 23s. You should. You should always be ordering 2 ahead, and Avon lets you right there on the order form, because you want to be able to look through that 23 book and see what's coming. What is it that you could help promote? I want to look through that, because here's the deal. If there's something I really, and I don't know, I know my 23s are here, but I told you, it's Monday. I have no clue. But let's look at it this way. This is 22. I got my 22 in campaign 20, or I'm a leader, so I probably got it in 19. But because I knew that Velvet was coming out then, I wanted to make sure that when I couldn't get, I think for a while Avon was out of the vials, or they didn't have them or something. So my deal was, what's the next best thing? And I don't want to give everybody perfume, because not everybody likes perfume. I want to know what they use. That's why I said, get the container that you can get of the body lotion, of the shower gel, and have them try it and make your own little sample if you can. And no, I'm not going to tell you to do that and give it to everybody on the street. That's why I say, take the body lotion, carry that with you, carry it with you, and say, you know what, we have a new, I'd love for you to try this. Let me just put just a little speck on here. Tell me what you think of this. And people are absolutely going to tell you what they think of it. And sometimes, like the lady the other night, she's going to try it, and then she's going to call back later and say, you know what, I really do like this. I'd like to have it. But sometimes it's not just about the scent. Sometimes it's about the fact that, you know, maybe it is, like I'm always looking at the skincare, because my biggest moneymaker of all time is skincare. I love skincare. I love to turn people onto it. But when I know that somebody is, and we have something coming on, like how about the get the 2 for $40 that's coming? I got to tell you, I'm the person who I'm buying the samples of what is coming out. And I'm not saying all the samples. You should be picking. You should be picking something. And I still, to this day, will pick one thing. And most of the time it's something that I already use, that I know how it works on my face. If you're not using the skincare, you need to be. I mean, guys, come on. I'm heading towards 56 now. The stress that I'm under all the time, okay, my face should look a whole lot worse, okay? But if it were for that great skincare and Avon makeup, what would we be looking at right now? It's still scurry without makeup, but that's beyond the point right now, okay? It's beyond the point. But I do, like, I'm a really big fan of the eye lift. I love the eye lift pro. And when I see that they put that on sale, I make sure I get the samples. And again, we're not talking about samples for the world. But if you have 20 customers, if you have 10 customers, if you have 5 customers, know what you're going to introduce before the campaign gets here. Because here's what happens. Somebody goes, oh, wow, look at that deal, $16.99, and that's regularly, oh, wow, that's regularly $25. And you're like, oh, I had no samples of that. Oh, no, I don't have anything, you know, I don't. Then you're like, oh, I wish I had been prepared. Be prepared. Know what you want to talk to them about. It's kind of like when I'm texting somebody, my customers, about placing their order and that it's coming due. I will, whatever it is that I'm going to introduce in campaign 22, when I'm delivering their 21, I will say, hey, if you want a sample of this product, which is going to be on sale in the next campaign, hit me back and let me know, because I want to get that sample in your hand, because I'm going to be placing an order within the next 2 weeks. So if you tell them and then they try it and you're saying, hey, it's normally $32, it's going to be on for $23.99. People love a deal. But if you can give them something to try, and the reason I say ask is we really need to engage our customers more. Sometimes I feel like we just treat our customers like a drive-through self-service. It's kind of like, I was a little bit sad. I went into a store the other night and they had gone in and they used to have a self-service section, and they still do, but now they have a self-service section on the front of the store and on the back of the store. And I just thought, well, I guess that's really great for the people who are really in a hurry, or, you know, maybe they feel like they're moving them through quicker. But my whole deal is, where is the personal experience? And I feel like the one thing that we still give people is a personal experience. And believe me, I'm not against online orderers, because I'm trying to turn my people, because I want to move in the next year, to online customers. But that doesn't mean, even with them, that you can't have that personal relationship. And when they want a couple of samples of something, most of our samples are flat. You can put them in a daggone envelope, send them for a stamp, get them to them, but make a notation of who you just sent it to, who you just gave it to, and follow up and find out, what do they like. And the more you get to know them, the more you're making them comfortable to say, you know what, I got these age spot things on my hand or right here on my face, and does anyone have anything for that? And at that point, they are opening up the dialogue for you to have with them, and you can now introduce them to a core product that, guess what, if it works for them, they're going to order it every single time. I was out the other day and pulled up in front of a Big Lots, and there were 2 ladies who asked me for a brochure because I had signs on my car, and I gave them the brochure. But there was a gentleman who was there too, and he says, oh my gosh, he says, I have seen you go up and down the road, and he says, but never caught you just stop somewhere. He says, I am a real big fan of the Skin So Soft body lotion. He said, the original scent. And he said, and I would love to stock up on that again. And I thought, oh yeah, this is really good. I said, let me find you the best price I can on all the books that are available, and I will call you. Well, he bought 10 of those. 10 of those. I'm like, where have you been all my life? Why weren't you flagging me down in the middle of the road? Thank you. But, you know, I didn't say that, but I was thinking it in my head. Okay, I was. But what's really great now is I will put him on campaign mailer as one of my, because he was very honest with me. There's nothing else I need. There's nothing else I want. You don't have to make sure I get a book every campaign. But I told him, I will put you on my every 3-month customer list for campaign mailer. So you will only get a brochure about every, 5th or 6th campaign. And if you're ready for it then, that's great. And if I happen to see it on sale before then, I will let you know. Aileen, I love campaign mailer too. I really do. And, at first I would everybody would get a book even when I didn't know that they wanted a book. But what's really cool now is that I can make different lists for these people some people only buy deodorants from me. Some people only buy bug spray from me. They only want me during bug spray season. I've got people who say, Molly, I'm only in it for the Christmas stuff. So during all those campaigns, send me a brochure, but otherwise I'll let you know. I'll just look online. I got to be honest. I appreciate people who are that honest with me. I would rather use that brochure that I'm paying for, that I'm giving out, and make sure that it goes maybe to a new customer, or maybe to somebody who, again, I'm like, that's cool. I just want to be your girl, so don't go anywhere else. I want to make sure that you're getting what you need. And then I also have a little notebook, and each page, like for instance, the bug spray people, when somebody is like on and on, my next door neighbor is nothing but a bug spray person. They're campers and they love the bug spray. And God bless them. I only camp at Holiday Inn, okay? But I love them. Y'all know that about me. I am a spoiled little girl. We do not do the camping thing. Not even them really nice ones too. So don't even try to talk me into it. But they do. That's all they do is they go camping. And when it comes out and I can first get my hands on it, the first of the year, where it's like comes out in the what's new and it's crazy. I'm like, look, I can get it right now. How much do you need? People who've been using our deodorant for years, when I see it on sale, they're on my email list of, hey guys, deodorant's on sale. I don't know what your count is right now, but let me know because this is what the price says. Skin So Soft, for people I know who use it, you know how Avon has the buy one, get one free, or the really big bottles are for a really good price. Again, I have this little notebook. It's called a product notebook, and it says Skin So Soft, and it says deodorant, and it says bug spray. And those things, or people who are big on skincare, and I will look beside their name. What do they normally use? But I've got people who will try anything because they feel like they're at that age where they just don't want to have nothing happen to them. So they're like, Molly, just hook me up. That is what we call engagement with customers. And I know, look, a lot of people, I'm not judging you. Just want to give a book and they want to order. I get it. It's okay. You can do that. You're going to get sales that way. You're going to drop off book places. I still do that. Drop them off. But when I drop them off and people call me, I'm hoping for the engagement. I'm hoping they're going to be like, oh, yeah, you know what? This is really great. I have an Avon lady now. I want to be able to know that there's something I can figure out what they like. I can accommodate what they need. It doesn't mean you have to swap spit with them, people. That's not what I mean. They don't need to know all about your personal thing. You ain't got to you don't got to date them. You don't got to, you don't got to do none of that stuff. It is like, just make it, they need to know, oh yeah, that's my Avon lady. You realize that there is just no better experience than to have somebody say, hey, Molly, I wanted to let you know I have a lady who her girl isn't doing Avon anymore, but I knew you would take care of her. So I gave her your name and number, but I thought I would give you her name and number because I know you like getting the brochures out to them. They already know. They know. She goes, I told them you won't bug them. You'll figure out exactly how they want to be, how you want them to, how they want to be contacted. Because again, I guess I'm just the chick of less, but I know who wants to be texted and who wants to be emailed and who would prefer a phone call. And I respect them enough to find out so they're not looking at the phone going, girl, I told you 6 campaigns ago, I don't want to talk to you. Now they're talking to the phone, but they talking to, Told you I didn't want. Why can't you just text me the way I asked you to text me? She doesn't give. See, I don't want to be that girl they're talking about. I just don't. You don't want to be that girl either, okay? Listen to what they want. Here's one. Ask them what they prefer. That's what I do. How do you prefer for me to reach out to you? I want to be a welcome addition to your life. I don't want to be somebody that you wish you could spray bug spray on and send me away. That's not what I want. I don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that person either. But it doesn't mean that you have to share everything about your life, how many times you change your underwear if you wear them. I'm not judging. Whatever it is that you do, commando, whatever. I don't even know how I went there. It's Monday. Anyways, I'm just telling you, you ain't got to be that person, okay? But it is a relationship business. I don't care what anybody says. You can be mediocre in this business and you can make a little bit of money, but the more relationships that you make in this business and you know where you want that to go and what you're going to do, and you care enough to ask. You care enough to say, hey, I got this coming out. Are you interested? Or how about this? Somebody buys a dress. What are you don't call and say, how did the dress fit? You don't text them. Are you scared they're going to send it back and they forgot? Stop it. That's not a good business person. Quit it. Don't laugh, Kim Marie. I see you. You know, girl, you know. So this is what happened. This is what happened. So there is a lady that I have, without calling her out by name, but we'll call her Joyce because that's her name. So we'll call her Joyce, and Joyce loves our clothes. But our clothes don't always love Joyce the way that she wants them to love her. So she hadn't ordered in a while. She's real big on like glimmer sticks. She orders other stuff, but when she orders clothes, I'm like, It's like rolling the dice. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Are they gonna love it? And she said she texted me and ordered the dress, and we're trying to figure out what size she wants. She decides on a medium. I deliver it to her, and this is no lie. Normally, when I deliver her clothes, before I can get out of her neighborhood, normally I hear from her, because if she want me to take it back, I'm like, I'm turning around right now, Joyce. Put it in the door, girl. It's all good, Ollie. Yeah, it's all good. But this time she didn't. And I need you to know that curiosity got the best of me, because it had been a week to 10 days, and I had not heard from Joyce. And it was that really pretty maxi dress that they had in there. So I'm like, I knew it would look good on her. So I said, hey, Joyce, it's Molly. Just wondering, how was the maxi dress? Don't hear anything, don't hear anything. And then all of a sudden I get a text back that says, oh, I've been meaning to text you about this. And I thought, okay, here we go. And she said, it's a little too big. She said, I'd really like to go with the small. And she says, but I'm glad you said something. She says, because I went to look at it again to really, and she says, she says, the belt isn't sitting right on the left side. And she says, but I think if I could get this a little bit smaller, I would really like this. Now listen, this was a $46 sale just on the dress. And so immediately, you know me, I'm in front of my computer. So I'm like, please, Avon, have it available in that size, please. So I go, and it is available on that side, in that size. And I said, you know what, Joyce, that's no problem whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead right now, put it in for the exchange. And as soon as I bring this other size, I'm going to get it, right? So maybe she would have kept the dress. But here's the deal. She wanted that dress for an occasion. She would not have worn that dress the way it was, and it would have sat there right in that bag. Now she's going to wear this dress now for that wedding in October. And my whole deal is, hopefully somebody's going to see that dress on her, and their deal is going to be, wow, I didn't even know Avon made anything that looked like that. So then she says, I have a great Avon lady, and you can order from her online. Matter of fact, if you contact her, she'll make sure you get a brochure every single campaign. Again, Joyce and I already know what maybe my little pet peeves can be about what Joyce does, okay? But Joyce has been my customer for almost 10 years. And she's a school teacher. And I'm hoping she's not signed up for my YouTube videos right now, because she probably won't be like, was I that Joyce you was talking about? No, girl, you know I got 5 Joyces, right? Yeah, it would be that. So, yeah, I love, oh, Kim Marie says, speaking of clothes, I love the new wine-colored ankle boots. Girl, they're sharp, aren't they? They are sharp, yes, yes. Hold on, I'm looking at the rest. I have the biggest feet ever. They do not come in wide widths. Nothing that Avon does comes in wide widths. So if it's not a stretchy type material, look, I tell everybody, what's really weird is I have gotten shoes from them and gone, this is not going to work at all. But then, you know, I always keep trying. Try something else, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. It's the same size, and this fits. So I don't, you know, I don't know. A lot of it's according to how it's made. But the one thing they haven't ventured out into is the different things in the widths. And I think a lot of that reason is they don't stay around long. They don't stay on they're seasonal. Normal width, it isn't narrow. Yeah. And again, the reason I say that is because sometimes how they make stuff, in my opinion, I do think it's narrow, because normally I have a regular width, so I don't know. But, you know, I would say try it, just like you would tell your customers, we don't know, but, you know, if not, we can always send it back, and you're hoping it's going to fit, you know. If not, you save it for the end of the month and you get that free return. That's what you do, get that free return. So, okay, so the deal is, again, I'm pushing here. I know I'm pushing personal relationship, but guys, if this is no more than somebody sending you something, say, I want these 2 eyeliners, I want this, I want that, and you know what? You never know what you can engage them to like, what they don't like. I haven't done this in a long time, but I can, I remember for everybody that I had an email to, and I could probably try this with texting too, but I didn't do texting when I did this. I sent out an email to everybody and said, what is your favorite, out of these selections, what is your favorite product line with Avon? Is it the home and fashion? Is it the skincare? Is it the makeup? Is it the body? Is it the fragrance? What is it? And then my reason was because I want to know what to introduce you to. And then I told them if they responded to the email, I would give them $1 off their next order. I know it's just $1, but no offense. Do you know how many people walk in and they give people $1 coupon for their groceries? So I would say that. And if they did, and then I had people who would say, you know what, Molly, I don't like their face makeup, but I love their eyeliners. You know, when we were really big, more so in hair products, they would say, I really love this or that. But if you know the customer by asking questions, once you've established and they've ordered from you, you may find out, look, I've had people who thought we don't have great deodorants, and because of the price of them. And when I will then drop a deodorant in their bag as a free gift, because it costs me hardly anything, they try it, and then before I know it, they're ordering 5 deodorants themselves, because they can't believe that something, their deodorant, they're paying $7 and $8 for, they buy one of ours for $1.50, and they can't believe how well it works. So little things like that, or free stuff you have, amazing. Let me see what we got here in the chats. I do need to return 1 bottle of the Velvet. It leaked. Oh, yeah. Do you want to return it, or are you looking for a replacement, Kimmery?
Sorry, a replacement, Molly. I just want a new one, since that one cracked and leaked all over the inside of the box.
That's all you have to do. Put it in that when you got it, it was damaged, and that you want another one, and they should just send it to you. Put it in as a return, but that it's damaged, and they're probably going to tell you they don't even want that back, and they'll just send you a new one with your next order.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. How is this? What else do we have? Okay.
Oh, wait, Molly, I had a question.
Yes.
Since we switched over to the 2.0, I'm no longer getting any purchase orders in my orders. So I have no record of the Velvet pre-order bundles on my stuff. It doesn't even show up on my last order.
I know it doesn't, and they're working on that. I know. I guess they weren't thinking about that when they did 2.0. I guess they're not. But you're
Okay.
not getting any. You're not getting any product. Are you not getting an invoice?
No.
Okay, but let me ask you though, because they are talking about doing this. But can you get in? Can you view your invoices online? Yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay, so what I would say, because Kimmery, I don't think we're going to get that back. Look, they're looking to go completely paperless. I can tell you that. But within an hour and a half of our orders being billed, we can go online and view exactly what we see in PDF format. And even now, to be honest, I do that now and print mine off so I have a record. I just do. That's just me because of taxes and everything. Because I don't get them. I haven't for a long time gotten them. But for people who have, that is going to be going away. So if you feel like you need a record of that, or if nothing else, just make a folder on your computer, on your phone, something, and store the PDF so you can go back. But I think they keep them up to a year.
Okay, sounds good. I'll look at that because I've never had to print one out before, so that's all new for me.
That
So, okay.
has not gone away. That hasn't changed because I still do that. But I would maybe get yourself into a new habit because I know they're getting ready to go paperless on all that.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome. Does anybody else have any other questions or something you would like to ask me about? You can put it in the chat box. You can take yourself off mute. And you can ask. I know there's some times that I forget things, guys, that you want to hear. And you always can feel free to either email me the subject so I can get it into our next training, or we can talk about it going back and forth either on the phone, or we can do our own personal Zoom with each other, or sometimes a lot of you text me. So your reaching out isn't always just here, okay? It's not just, oh, what am I going to get from Molly this Monday night? Hopefully you're always getting something. And again, YouTubers, I love you, but my team can do that, okay? Y'all need to ask an Onward no matter what. Okay, please don't everybody start texting me. Don't get crazy. Don't get crazy. I have to start blocking people. Don't do that. So, but you can, in all seriousness. So you guys know, I mean, your immediate uplines too, you can do the same thing with. But if you can't reach them, because so many of them have a second job and everything, so I completely, even me, sometimes I'm in the middle of Zooms and I can't get to people right away. I try. I know me and Melody, she had a sign up, and she was, and Sundays normally I don't answer hardly anybody. I try not to, but it happened to turn into a working day. So I was working, but I was driving a lot. So like I would stop and be doing something, be like, oh gosh, she sent me something else back. So again, you may not always get quick like you do on Mondays right now, but we are there for you. So you feel like the one thing I will tell my team, don't private message me, because right now I have over 400 private messages in my box, because I get private messages from tens of thousands of representatives who want to talk, want ideas, want to tell me they love me, and I love them, but sometimes it takes me months to get through them. And what happens is I'll be going through them and I'll go, I need to look this chick up. I think she's on my team somewhere. And I will. And she had a legitimate question and it got lost in the shuffle. So don't text me. That's why I send you my number. Call me. Email me. Come visit me. I fix you dinner. But come on. Don't private message me. For all of you who I've answered you, you have lucked out with me being right there on the Facebook app and just me going, oh yeah, because like if it's Kimmery, now she texts me, so it don't matter. But before she would pop up, and I'd be like, oh God, good, I'm on here. She on my team. We need to talk to her. And Punzel's done the same thing. I mean, we just, it just happened to find it. So make sure you reaching out team members the other ways, so that I hear this. So okay, so we know that Melody and Kim won the business booster packets. We have, Kim Marie, did you see the mug for this raffle? You didn't see it. Were you on that? Avon Beauty Boss. Yeah, girl. You see that? That is one of the raffles. And then we have a product bundle too.
Oh, that's what Mama's talking about.
There you go. See, I told them I'm cleaning up for going to the Carolinas, and I keep finding all this stuff I can use for gifts, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know I had any of those left. I need to like gift them. So now we're doing it. The other thing is the Aspira shaker that's going to have the single packets in it, and the bath line, and the that's French. Lovely layers bracelet set in blue. We're giving away 2 of those. So make sure you send me that you were live or you were on the replay. I'm going to get the replay done right now. Melody, don't be selfish. You just got the business bundle, and you the luckiest girl I know. Don't even, that girl went everything. Her and like Linda Church. Oh, I'm drawing their name all the time. I'm like, people going to think that I'm favoring them, but I swear my fingers just go to their names. I don't know what's going on. So anyways, so yeah, so send them, and remember, live, you're going to get 2 entries. Replay, live, you have to email me within the first 24 hours, okay, guys? Anything past that, you don't want the mug that bad. That's all I got to say to you. You don't want it that bad. If it's a replay, then make sure you put replay. Trying to get customer. Okay, hold on. Let me look here. It has been lucky for you, Melody, but I like luck. But you work your tail off, so I always like sending you stuff. Is there a way to get the customers to jump on their A boxes? Oh, okay. Aileen, let me ask you a question. Were you on, God, what training was it? Aileen, I haven't sent it out yet, but it was either part of the Friday night call, or it was the training last week where I talked about A boxes and what I do with A boxes and getting people to jump on them. Aileen, no, look, I'm going to tell you that probably 20% or less of my customers jump on the A boxes, and I'll tell you why. I am a fan on wanting Avon to reword stuff. In other words, instead of saying, if you place an order of 40 or more, you can get this box for $10. I wish they just say, place an order of $50 and we're going to give you the box. That's what I wish, or something like that, or let's go in between, $45. I don't know. I just think there's a different way for them to word it that customers would jump more. They're like, oh, I spent this. It's not, and now I have to spend $10 more to get it. I'm going to get this because I spent this. But Aileen, what I will tell you, and you'll hear in this if you look in the 2 most current when I send the replays out, you are going to, and I think it's labeled, it says what to do with A boxes. Whenever a customer orders enough that they could have gotten an A box, I buy it because it's going to cost me $6, okay? And then what I do is I use that for different things. Number 1, I can break it apart and I can sell the products separately, which are going to make me a lot of money. I can have raffles with my customers. I also keep some A boxes, so when I have somebody who like spends $60 or more with me, I just drop one in their bag for them and say, thank you so much for your order. So it costs me $6, but they just spent $50 or more with me. Not to mention, most of the stuff I'm turning them onto, they haven't used. So now they're going to use it. The other thing that right now in 4th quarter you can start doing is reminding people that they're going to need gifts. For that girl at the office, for the girl who you work with, that, oh, you have a gift exchange, or whatever it is that you've got to do where you're at. And if they were to spend that money on themselves, hey, here is probably $25 to $40 worth of products in this box that also is boxed up really nice, that they can wrap it up, put it in a gift bag. And when my customers buy $40 or more, I will say, you know, you can take advantage of the $10 gift box. Do you have somebody that you're going to need a gift for coming up in the next couple of months. This is $30 worth of products, Margaret, and you know, and it's, you could give it to them. Everybody loves makeup. I mean, even if they take it and they re-gift it, it's a great re-gift too, okay? So, I mean, think of all the ways that without being pushy that you could say, hey, or if somebody has spent $37 with me, I will say, you know, if you spend $3 more, you can get $30 worth of products for an extra $10. Some of it is our wording. I try to rearrange my wording of how I say things because I feel like the $40 and spend 10 more kind of that Avon kind of puts out there. I'm hoping that in the new year to come in, and by the way, when I say new year, it's going to be 6 months down the road if they change that because our books are made 6 months in advance. So we're not going to see that change right now. And I'm not promising you it's going to be. It is one of the things that I've put in that if you want to move more of these, I believe that you need to say, spend this and we gift you this. I said, when I go into Macy's, it's buy this set and we're going to give you a bag. Buy this, even in Ulta, you go into Ulta, buy this and we're going to give you this. People like to be given stuff for their purchases. They don't want to pay more. So, but for me, until that could change, until that happens, for me, I'm kind of trying to think outside the box of here comes Christmas, here comes office parties, here comes the girl at church that they need something for, here comes the babysitter that you're gonna need a gift for, that kind of thing. So my suggestion would be, think of anybody that you could need a gift for. Nurses who work on their floor, they all kind of do the thing. I don't know if Kim Marie and them do this or not with what they do, but when I think about the fact that if there's somebody that you're close to, you want to give them something, this is a perfect gift because you're not trying to find one perfume for them, one piece of jewelry for them, one thing. It is a smorgasbord of a bunch of stuff, and hopefully it could open them up to that. So hopefully that'll help you. And I go into a little bit more detail in this new training. It's up on YouTube right now. Even without me sending it up, I already have it out on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to take this training here and I'm going to YouTube this, and then I'm going to send everything out to everybody. So be looking for it. But if you don't want to wait, go watch that YouTube. It says it talks about A-boxes, and you may get a few more ideas from that, but I hope that helps you in the meantime. Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, Molly.
Yeah.
So I have determined that I'm great at having conversations with leads or my warm market or answering questions for people that already are customers or want to know. Girl, I hate having cold conversations with people. And it just cracks me up because here I am, this big bad EMT, and I can stick my hands in people's bloody organs, but I cannot have a cold conversation with somebody. It just, that is my weak point. And so I need some advice.
So when you're looking at that person, you need to think, it's like a heart attack. It's like knowing they need to be sewn up. You know they need to see those wrinkles. You know they need that new depuffer. And I think what happens is, I think really what you're doing is what I always did in the first years of my business, and I so overthought the business. So what I want you to think in the future, Kimmery, is not, oh my gosh, there's 3 people. How can I bring up Avon to them? How can I open this conversation? What I want you to do is just have a conversation. Just have a conversation. And even if you're just leaving the conversation, say, my gosh, it's really great talking to you. Hey, look, I'm a local Avon representative too. It's my side hustle. Man, could I interest you? Could I share a brochure with you?
Yeah.
Everything they need in that brochure, and then just say, you know, if there's anything you're interested in or you have any questions, I would love to be your go-to person. Because sometimes, a lot of times, it's just we're trying to figure out how to bring Avon into the conversation or how to talk to people we don't really know, instead of just having a conversation. And it's really weird. Look, I haven't shared this with anybody else, so it's you guys right here. I'm going to share it. I just you'll know when I tell you why I'm struggling with this, but I recently started my own side hustle, not another business, but I've started Ubering. Okay. And the big deal is that I want to move to, I told you, I want to move to the Carolinas in a year, and I'm impatient. And Avon pays all my bills, but I have debt. And I want to get my debt paid down. And I want to do it by the time that I want to go. So I had to figure out, what could I do that doesn't take away from the most important, passionate thing to me? And that is my team, my customers, okay? And so I said, I'm going to do this. Well, this is what's crazy. Like on my Uber app, if you were to go look me up in Maryland right now, it says, you know, I'm the Uber Avon lady. You know, that I love my beauty business. And of course, I have signs on my car and all, which doesn't hinder me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? But the conversations, even though they know that, and my books are like in the back seat or whatever, sitting there in a box, conversations sometimes lead to people wanting to know about you. It's not about telling them about, like somebody would say to me, wow, you know what, you're talking about houses. And like Kim Marie, you talk about things like, I've seen you, you've made the posts, you've tagged me in them, things that you want in life. You want this boat, you want that. Do you know that sometimes when people know why you're side hustling, that makes them interested in what you're side hustling with? So if I were you, like for me, I've only had 19 trips so far since I started this a couple days ago. But everybody knows that I'm the Avon woman. But what they know is that I'm doing this because I'm trying to make a move. And that I'm willing to hustle because I want more out of life. So when I'm having, you know, where some people go, what, you're the Avon lady, it's not even about that then. It just really redirects you doing Avon. It's no, see, I have a dream or a goal. This is what me and my man want, or this is where I want to go. And this is a side hustle, so I can keep doing what I love. So I don't want you to think, quit trying to concentrate on how to have the cold conversation about Avon. And as friendly as you are, and sorry, you almost have to be with what you do. You're putting your hands inside people, girl. Okay? You've got to be a little friend. It's not going to hurt much. Hold on. No, I'm just saying.
You know, and that's so funny too, because I was the most introverted person on the planet until I started doing this.
Yes. There you go. And I know y'all ain't gonna believe it. So was I. Okay, don't laugh. I was not this person. You see, I was the one who just, I would go, oh yeah, and converse, oh wow, that's wow, you know, and I would not, and even when I started Avon, why do you think I was so big on tossing to get customers? Because I was not that person. It was, I couldn't have no conversation with somebody at 3 a.m. It worked for me. It worked for me. But I also knew that even though I was building my business like that, it was not building fast enough for me. I had to figure out, it's not about me. Oh, there's 3 people. Let me go talk to them about Avon. It was, when a conversation comes up, whether it's how slow the lady at the cash register is, or wow, you think they would open up 3 more registers, or oh my gosh, look at this thing, the way it shakes, whatever. The point is, when you're having that conversation, it can be the final part of your conversation. It can be, oh my gosh,
the market's on fire.
I'm the local Avon representative. I do this as a side hustle. Can I leave a brochure with you? You know, anything, all the information's here, but I'd love to leave this with you. And because the conversation was made not because of Avon, but in addition, the Avon came, people are more receptive, Kimmery. I promise you they are. And the more you do that, the more comfortable that becomes. And then if you're not careful, you'll become me. That's scary. That's scary right there, but you can become me, okay? But when it comes, it's a growth. It's a growth though.
I'm okay becoming you.
They say that now. Oh my gosh. I think it has to come, but quit giving yourself a block about how to
Okay.
have a good conversation about Avon, and just have conversations with people. Even if you have to think like I have their intestines in my hand. You have to think that. You gotta think that. Whatever you do, it's all good.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Awesome. Thanks, Molly. I
You're welcome,
appreciate it.
no problem. Anybody else? Are we good? We're about 10 minutes over, but I think that was worth it because that was a really, really good question. And I'm glad we got a chance to talk about it. So, okay, so we got our winners. We know what you're going for next time. Don't forget to email me. Melody, I'm hoping for all of you who are Maryland people or Virginia people, I will be at the Greenbelt come home for the holidays. I am hoping to meet so many people there that I have not met before, whether you're watching this on YouTube and you're not my rep or especially my rep. So I hope to see many of you there. Good, your daughter will be there too. Okay, Melody, we will see you there. Hey, big news that Teresa Paul is coming down. So she's going to be at that one. I'm so excited. I get to see my buddy Teresa. So she's going to be in the house too. You know what? We're going to have a good time. And if you can go to the one in your area and you can make that work, go. You know, we saw a lot of stuff at Rep Fest. They're going to be sharing a lot of stuff there too. But don't worry, if you can't because it doesn't work out, I'm taking videos, pictures. I'm going to share them all in Onward. You're going to be able to share them with everybody else just like you was there. So we'll take care of all that. So I love you guys. Leaders, if there's any leaders on here, we are having the leader call at, I think, 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time, in about 45 minutes. Can't make it personally, no worries. We're going to tape it. I'll send that to you privately afterwards. I could be talking to myself tonight, as crazy as everybody's life is. So love you guys, and I will see you in a week, okay? Bye-bye.